don't be afraid, because like, I think it's also like,
it can be overwhelming and scary.
it's also like, they say like, God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called.
Oh, I've never heard that.
Yeah. And that was for me, like when I get in moments of fear, of like going after those big things, I just have to remember like that again, ego, that's ego again.
It is.
Don't let your ego get in the way of your purpose and what you can do and be of service. It's like, you don't have to be of service perfectly. Like it's just one foot in front of the other. And that's a lesson that I've had to learn. Because I thought like when I first, when we had the very first woman come and work at Freewell, I thought that like I had to have like this like hospital grade facility and like a therapist on every corner, and then like I met this woman and she couldn't get a job. I was like, do you want to come help me make power glass at my house and I'll pay you? And she was like, yeah. And we would just hang out at my house and like
simple as that.
Yeah, like in my kitchen and just making the product together, and became friends and it was, she was, in the program and,
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, again, qualified, the called.
That phrase brought tears to my eyes. Like that's really, it's really beautiful because if I think, I've just been watching a few TED Talks and stuff like that about imposter syndrome and just, I don't know, just kind of thinking about those things lately. And so that's a powerful phrase.
Oh yeah. Imposter syndrome has totally been that. I'm now sponsoring women and, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I literally would like call my sponsor. I'm like, I don't know what to say to this girl. Like I really don't. And then I finally did a 4-step with her and I was like, I just felt like I knew what I was doing in that moment. And it was just like, I had to let go of like, what am I doing? Am I doing a good enough job? And just listen and be of service and stop thinking about myself.
Yeah.
Like that's the problem is like, I'm thinking about me and how I look versus am I being a highest quality service to this person in this moment, and then all that goes away,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It does. It goes away. So yeah, I try to tune into that on this show. Like, oh God, do I look okay? Like whatever. I just let all that go because am I in service to you?
Yeah.
And your message. Like just lifting your message. That's what I'm about. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
So just letting all that other shit go.
Yeah. And I've had to have a lot of that grace with myself, with the company, because like we're not at a place to hire anybody right now. We want to sustainably hire people, and so like I had that dream and I'd be like, you know what? Right now we're giving profits because that's what we can do, know? And also just like, I mean, this has been a huge like ego check for me, like when I have business partners come on and I'm like, this is my baby. And like, I'm trying, and then I'm like, wait a minute, we all have the same goal. Like, and I just relaxed and trusted and, and I was like, listen, I actually don't know how to make a spreadsheet about financials. Like, can you help me with that?
Why should you know how?
I was like, I've been a hairstylist for a long time, but then I learned, or they do it better than me, Right. But they also would never do a podcast. So they're like, you get out there, you go. And
exactly.
I'm like, I got that part, guys. I'll take care of that part. But
that's right.
It's like, I've had a lot of humbling experiences with this and having business partners now and really growing with this and the mission. And like the whole thing is like, we're on this self-care culture. And I kind of feel like our company is like putting the vegetables in the lasagna because I'm like, self-care is actually serving others sometimes. It's like the best way to take care of yourself is to think about somebody else. And, it's like, and you forget about all your problems,
You absolutely do.
Yeah. And it's been like, so with Freewell, I want to encourage people that self-care can look different. It could be, like sometimes I want to do a tissue mask. And then sometimes I'm like, you know what? I want to go take cookies to homeless people today.
Comment and let me know your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you want to hear the full episode, it's available wherever you listen to podcasts.